Greetings and salutations, Focus Up family. Welcome to the February 8th, 2024 installment of the Focus Up Show. We thank you for tuning in with us live every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on YouTube and various other platforms, or catching up with us on replay. And we ask that you click that like, that subscribe, that bell, and share to support and maintain your weekly Focus Up fix. And Mr. Nice Guy, nice as in the word Saint spelled backwards. And today, my co-hosts are the lovely First Lady J. We got the lovely Brother Walt, host of Sex Talk with Walt, Thursday at 9 p.m. We got Brother Afro Agnostics, Student X, our Minister of Information, host of, what is it, Mutant Politics, that we have Saturdays when Spin That Back game going on. And speaking of Spin That Back, the infamous El Pooh star of Spin That Back. What's going on with you? And then we got Mr. Floyd X.
Yep.
We don't like to be called it, but he's the expert at everything, and he's the boss. What's going on with you, First Lady J?
Wait, fuck all that. Wait, hold on. You see me acting a damn fool over here. Yo, check this out.
You always acting a damn fool.
I'm celebrating already the championship we're going to get with the Lakers. I'm already celebrating. Yeah, let's go LeBron. Bye-bye, the other guy got cut. You can't be 7 foot tall talking about we need a center. Bye-bye. Let's go Luka. Let's go
LeBron. First Lady J, what's going on with you, sister?
He just startled me. I'm well, thank you. Blessed to see another day to get to celebrate Black History 365. So I'm good.
That's
right.
Brother Afro Agnostics, what's going on out there in the GA?
Nothing much. I'm here in the GA. Yeah.
Student X, my brother, what's going on in the dojo?
Man, chilling, man. Just excited about the future for the Lakers, and curious to see how we're gonna put things together for the rest of the year. I've been a big fan of Luka from day one, and of course, everybody know how I feel about LeBron. You know what I mean? And everyone know how I rep Kobe back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And we go way back. I go back to sitting on Magic Johnson's lap in San Antonio when I lived there, and that's what made me a Laker fan as a child. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm excited, man.
Yes.
I call him Luka the Don.
Luka the Don. That's the name.
I like that.
Infamous. What it do? You're muted, brother.
Okay. Sorry about that. Weston, happy to be here once again.
That's what's up. Hey, so what we're gonna talk about? Spin that back later on.
We're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about the rappers and hip hop artists that's from the golden age, 79 to 99, made the impact, and they're no longer with us. We're gonna give a dedication to a lot of those. We can't get to everybody, but we're gonna get to a whole lot of them.
Yeah, I'm about to say, is this like a 2-3 hour special?
We go. Hey, we'll cover what we cover, and then we'll do that in memoriam real quickly at the end, like they do in the Grammy shows and stuff like that. But Floyd X, what's going on with you? Hey, Mark Cram Parm the sixth. My bad. What is going on with you, brother, out there in Florida? So
peace, brother. Thanks for watching the show. Appreciate you. Then we got Big Cuz. Cali is Warriors country. Long.
Can y'all say it for me? Y'all know what I'm gonna say.
Black Big Cuz.
No one's listening.
Oh man. Exactly. So anyways, Floyd X, what's going on with you, brother?
Chilling, man. Enjoying this week. Getting ready for the week, enjoying the weekend, getting ready to do whatever I'm gonna do this weekend, and that's
we got to talk about it, man. We ain't even say nothing about it. This is Super Bowl Sunday coming up. You know what I'm saying? It's like a big deal. This is the biggest sports event in the world. I guess next to the championship of the World Cup, but still. So who you got? Who's everybody got? I'm guessing the Chiefs is gonna win it.
I'm hoping for a miracle. Some way Green Bay is playing tomorrow.
Lord,
Some way.
here you go, Floyd X. Take the trash out, bro. Like, come on now.
All right, Walk. Who you think is winning?
I gotta go with the young brother, man, Mahomes. I want to see him make history 3 times in a row. He's going to make history, man. I love seeing that young brother play. You know what I'm saying? Even though he got a white girl, but that's not here. That's neither here nor there. Do your thing, brother. I want to salute. Do your thing. Go ahead, win that championship. Make history.
Alpha Agnostics, who you think winning?
I think I don't know, man. It's a win-win as far as I'm concerned. 2 black quarterbacks, but I guess in the spirit of Kendrick Lamar, I have to go with Lamar Jackson. You know, because Mahomes ain't quite like us. Maybe I don't know. I'm just
ouch. So still the next. You said you picked which team that you wrote. Oh, you said you're hoping.
Yeah. I mean, there's 2 different questions there. Who do I want to win, or who do I think is going to win?
Yeah, okay, there we go.
But either way, I would never bet against my homie. You know what I'm saying? My homie, you know, does it. You know, he does it all. He find a way to do it with the rest of his team. You know, but I mean, man, Philly, you know, with Saquon, you know, and still McNabb and those 2 receivers as well as the tight end. You know, it's gonna be a good game. I can't wait.
It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a game. First Lady J, you got a pick on this?
Absolutely. My pick is I bet on the halftime show. I'm going with Kendrick.
That's a win.
Yes, I put money on the Chiefs, even though neither are my teams, but I'm going for the Chiefs. I'm gonna go closer to the West Coast than the East Coast anyway.
That's what's
up. The good news, Donald Trump is going to be there.
Yes, he's going to be there. He's going to do his little pre-interview with Fox 11 News. You know, I'm still trying to figure out what's his purpose.
Mm-hmm. I said Jackson, I meant Hurts.
Yeah. El Pooh.
I hope they both lose. I hope they both lose. And I want Kendrick to win.
And that's what I do. My teammate playing, I'm rooting on Bane. But anyways, let's get to the get. We're gonna start off with an RIP to Irv Gotti. Now I don't have any particulars on this, but you know the leader of Murder Inc., him and Supreme, you know, put that business conglomerate together, and a very successful conglomerate. I mean, they did a lot of music, a lot of solid music. I wasn't particularly into that music, but you know, I respected it, and I definitely respect the hustle and the grind. So, you know, he was a person that had impact during my era. So, you know, my condolences to his family and to his friends, and respect to his legacy. Anybody else got something to say about?
He kicked in the door in the 2000s with Ja Rule. They came through. He was the one to bring DMX to the table. And he was the one that executive produced the DMX first album, Ja Rule first album. He was behind trying to get the Murder Inc., the rap group together. What's it called? It was Murder Inc., right? That was the rap group?
The label. That was the label.
Jay-Z.
Wasn't they like the Rough Riders or something like that or whatever?
Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja Rule. He was trying to make them a super group, but they was all too big. They collided, so they just went their own ways. But that would have been phenomenal.
They recorded a few songs, though.
Yeah.
They're out there on the internet, yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, he made his mark in hip-hop in 2000, and then him beefing with 50 Cent. And, you know, they were still beefing to the death. After death, 50 Cent still holding the beef with him. Disrespectful, but, you know, that's subjective. People's opinion. Some people are on Prince's side, and, you know. But salute to everybody.
Mike Geronimo. Come on now. Ja Rule, remember that video, Cash Money Click? I was watching that video in New Orleans at 1995. Ja Rule was in the backseat smoking weed, getting high while Mike Geronimo rapping. Irv Gotti was in the video. This 95, this young brother was a fixture in hip-hop and did so much. And now 50 dissing him after death. I can't blame a guy for, if we got beef, we got beef. That's just what it is. And we know how 50 get out. So I can't tell you how to beef with somebody. So he drink to his death and all that. So, but salute to Irv Gotti. Let's not stain his memory with 50 goofy ass trolling.
But I think, part of his legacy and memory is just kind of entangled with 50. You can't disentangle it with the whole Supreme, the beef, the 9 shots, and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, that's a real beef.
Yeah, it was a lot of authenticity. I think that led to the record sales, which was kind of a little bit on the Kendrick Lamar stuff. People liked the feud, the conflict that was going on. I mean, they fed off of that. It was interesting. It was a dramatic story. 9 shots and Supreme, the whole all that stuff.
That's 50. That ain't Irv Gotti.
No, it's all connected because Supreme was the first. Yes, Supreme was the body behind, the person behind all of that stuff. He was
primary why he didn't. It wasn't a particular beef with Ja Rule per se. Initially, I don't think it was Supreme, right?
Yeah, it was completely Supreme. It was completely Supreme. Yeah. So that having been said,
I didn't say anything.
You want to say something about Irv Gotti? Go ahead, sister.
Just because I'm the only female on here, don't act like I'm. No, honestly, I just want to say rest in peace. It saddens my heart for him being 54 years old and the cause of his death. It saddens me because, from my understanding, diabetes caused. He suffered from complications of diabetes, which caused the stroke as well. I just want to say to everyone, especially my Black brothers that are on the show, understand your health is your wealth. And people like him that have money or had money or whatnot and don't invest in their health, it really saddens me because I feel like he could have still been here today. And I remember a while back him joking about his diabetes. Diabetes is nothing to play with. It causes so many other health conditions. And I just want everybody to stay on top of their health. Understand if you get diagnosed with something, it's serious because he shouldn't be gone this early. That's all. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Was that type 2?
Yeah. I wasn't going to say anything about this, but until First Lady brought up that point, and I would say, it's not that he probably didn't invest in his health, but he didn't refrain from, partaking in that which would have his health go on the decline, and so we have to start talking about, again, accountability, and for us to make, the proper decisions, look at, if we have certain outcomes that we want to have, then we have to do the right thing to achieve that. You see what I'm saying? So, RIP, brother, gone too soon.
Does anyone know, was that type 1 or type 2 diabetes?
It was type 2.
Oh, totally preventable. And then when I the most recent interview on Drink Champs, I noticed that I didn't even know that. I just saw the clips, and I was like, boy, he looked like he done aged 20 years, and he was still consuming. As Student X pointed out, he wasn't being accountable. You have to make adjustments. One quick thing too on Ja Rule, one of his albums was named Blood in My Eye, which was named after George Jackson's book Blood in My Eye. So I respect him just for that alone. But that's a legacy of Irv.
What's up? All right. So now, did you want to say something, El Poo, or are we ready to move on?
Let's move on. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. All right. Now, with that, that's a celebration of life. Now we're gonna have a celebration of accomplishments. Brother Kendrick Lamar, 5 Grammys for a diss song. If there was any doubt before, there's no doubt now. It's the absolute greatest disbodying ever of a rap feat, whatever. He's completely, absolutely resulted into the demise, at least as far as that battle is concerned, of Brother Drake. He'll recover, but if we had a clip of them, I take it we don't have a clip of everybody saying what they said at the Grammys, Mr. Floyd X.
No.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. And he timed it perfectly. He went up there, and as soon as he got up to the stage, he didn't say nothing. You just hear everybody go, "Hey, minor!" Super disrespectful. This dude is stay playing chess, so salute to him for that. Anybody got something to say about?
Real quick, I just want to say it. I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. Kendrick Lamar is the greatest rapper alive. Kendrick Lamar is the greatest rapper alive. In my Dr. Umar, Kendrick Lamar is the greatest rapper alive.
Hey, I just want to say, I'm the master who masturbated on your favorite MC. The whole industry wanted me assassinated. That's Kendrick Lamar. He said that 2012. The brother's type. He is. I'm agreeing with Floyd X. He is the greatest rapper of this genre of living. Salute to that brother. 5 Grammys for that one song. Drake is somewhere high in the closet. Come out the closet, bro. In a few years, come out and you can make music again. But salute to Kendrick Lamar. That Super Bowl performance gonna be wicked.
Wow.
You know, as soon as they start.
Yeah, he make you want that Meek Mill back.
I didn't even get that, so I just looked at it. I got it. You looking at Meek Mill? Okay, I got it.
The only thing I would say about this right here is that, yes, this is an example. I don't think we need to see him get 5 Grammys to know the impact on culture that Not Like Us had, you know. But, you know, if we want to say that this is validation, fine. But I'm not so sure on the next topic. I'll leave it at that.
Uh-oh. So that sounds like a transition to Beyonce. Does somebody still want to say something about Kendrick before we go to that? That sounds like a go ahead first, Lady J.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's why I usually go to you first. That's what's throwing it all off.
You don't have to, because some things I'm not going to speak on. But I just want to say, when I look at Kendrick Lamar and I saw that he won those 5 Grammys, I did not watch the Grammys, but it's just a reminder that just because you come from the hood, you don't have to be a victim of the hood. And he's a prime example of that. That's all I want to say. And if you don't understand that, I can elaborate.
Good kid, Mad City.
So so we're gonna pivot. Let's talk about Beyonce. Okay, so you know there was a whole situation with Beyonce with the Country Music Awards and all that stuff. You know, the Country Card or whatever that albums that blew up and did all these sales. It was topping their charts, and you know they just basically just passed her over. Didn't give her any props, any credibility, or any credit. And she goes to the Grammy and, you know, does what she does. And, you know, there's a lot of white people that are super bitter about it. They're like, you know, complaining that, you know, basically she's got like a DEI country album. But First Lady J, I want to go to you first.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. We talk about Beyonce winning the country album of the year. I'm not saying because I'm not a fan of country music, and I really don't. I'm not necessarily particularly a fan of that album. But I'm a fan of the feat, the achievement. So I respect that. You know, you got something to say about Beyonce winning the country album and white people discrediting her?
you know, you have to give credit where it's due. She deserved it. She worked hard for it. Let them be mad. They're gonna stay mad. We can't. They're never gonna be grateful and happy for our accomplishments and what we do. So I say bunk them. And congratulations to Beyonce. You know, I listen to all different types of music. You know, I didn't follow her whole album, but I know she had different little issues, and she proved bunked them on Christmas Day. Like, she can do this. She got this. You know, she's from Texas. Why can't she honor and celebrate country music as well? So she slammed dunk on them on that.
Hey, let me say this real quick. I couldn't get into country music. I don't like country music, and when I heard the songs, I didn't like the song. But I went to a party, and all the sisters got on that dance floor and started dancing, and it made the song sounded good. They was doing some kind of 2-step or whatever they was doing to to Beyonce's song, and the song sounded good when they was performing. Salute to Beyonce, much respect. Good job on that country song, because people out here loving it.
Jolene,
you're part of the Beehive, man. You're part of the Beehive.
I know. I was just about to say when he called her Bay, he exposed himself. You definitely part of the hive.
See, didn't all you do is doing all my research here, Bay.
Yo, check this out. I'm not feeling y'all talking mess about country. I love country music. Jolene, don't come for my man. That's Dolly Parton, and she had Dolly Parton on the record. She did a phenomenal album, and she got totally snubbed by the CMAs. That's why they trying to make up for it, giving her the Grammys and stuff for this album. But she got snubbed. But y'all know, like I always say, I love when the others show their true colors. Straight up. It just so that's why I stay on my bullshit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. It's called line dancing. That's what they was doing at the party. Line dance.
Unblock
You got something
Big
to say
Cuz.
about this?
Unblock.
You got something to say about this Afro-Agnostics before I give the floor to Student X?
Oh, okay. No, well, I just think that that genre of music has marginalized Black contributions for a long time. Specifically, like the origins, the origins of the country music itself. I'm just kind of conflicted. I didn't like the album, her previous albums. Renaissance. I thought that was a top-notch album from beginning to end. Every song flowed seamlessly. And I'm happy for her. She's a top-notch performer. I put her up there with the likes of James Brown, Jackson, Prince, Chris Brown. They're part of the same fraternity to me. But I'm just concerned that like she gained that recognition, but she also lost some of her fan base with this album because I wasn't feeling it at all.
Damn.
What are y'all talking about?
Damn. It says she lost her fan base.
It ain't
Well, she lost her
Black fan base. Black fan base.
How many albums did that album sell?
I think they just said, "See you when you get back."
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is, Mr. Floyd X. Student X, let's get to your take, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So look, as a true fan of country music, I've been bumping country music since I was a child. I'm from Texas, and then when I came here to California, I always stayed a little bit more rural, if you will, so I've been around country, for a long time. And, and just to let you all know in terms of, in country music, what the sentiment is, racism, you can always find a little segment of that anywhere, but that is not where the rumblings are coming from. Those of us who listen to country music, we don't even feel like that was even a country album. It don't even sound like country. Now, in terms of sales, of course she's going to get the sales because the Beehive? Is that what it's called? Beehive? The Beehive is real, bro. She has a lot of influence. Now, where we didn't see the Beehive, and I don't know who they call Taylor Swift fans, where we didn't see that.
I said that too fast.
Election.
Yeah, you did.
That's where it didn't be impacted at. But in terms of the record sales, of course, she's going to bring the numbers. But look, again, if you just look at, if they wanted a Black person to nominate and have win it, we could have gave it to the real Black country star who had the album of the year, who was Kane Brown. You know what I mean? Kane Brown dropped another one, and the brother is raw. But you're talking about, man, there's so many different acts in country in general. From right now, from Jimmy Allen, Shabuzi, or some of the ones that people know, Tanner, Adele, Breland. If you go old school, you go Darius Rucker. We got another sister called Mickey Guyton out there. I do country. I rock with country. I've been rocking with country a long time. And I'm telling you, it's not racism that is behind this. It's just that people generally don't feel that was a country music album. It don't have the feel. It didn't have the sound. They don't feel like that it was. And I feel the same way. And I love the sister. I think the sister's always been a brilliant performer, and did great. But I see why she did the crossover, because people like Kane Brown made it popular because he's crossed over to R&B, rap, the whole 9 yards, when blowing up, and he blew up from the internet. They wouldn't even let him into country music, and so he just blew up on the internet, and then it came in through the back door, and now is one of the biggest acts, and he boycotts some of those awards. He don't even go to them. What I mean? He's from Georgia, Kane Brown.
I have never heard of Kane Brown.
Yeah, you have. He was the one that did the song with what was it, the Spider-Man song with the people. He's done some crossover songs. He does some crossover songs like
I don't think I ever heard that name before.
With all due respect to Beyonce, she don't really gotta cross over to blow up or anything like that. I gotta believe as an artist, that was just a passion of hers, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? She's a fan of that music, and that was her take on it. And if a lot of people feel like that was something they weren't rocking with, that's where everybody comes from. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But again, she is authentically from country places and country stuff. So, I'm not going to speak for country music. I can't speak for country music. Again, I don't really rock with country music. But
Black folks invented country music.
I'm sure that she did it because it was an artistic thing. But that having been said, Infamous LP, you got something to say on this?
I'm waiting for Beyonce's next album. It's going to be a rock album. They really going to lose.
Ice-T
Hey, by the way,
Ice-T did it.
right? He sure did. Body count. You know what I mean? Straight up. That song that Kane Brown was in that y'all know, he did it with Sway Lee and Khaled. It was called Be Like That.
Be like that. Okay.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Still
But the
never
brother,
heard it.
he's
Never
brought
heard it.
over all types of people.
Never heard of it.
Y'all out of touch.
Genres.
That's why.
Yeah,
Speaking of
brother.
out of
Hard.
touch.
But the brother's cold-blooded. Brother
Speaking of
cold-blooded.
out of
Listen to
touch.
Kane Brown, bro. Cold-blooded. You know,
Speaking
and let
of
me say
out-
this, just to close out. Why I love country music, man, is it really, you know, lack a lot of the harsh terminology, you know what I mean? It's more relaxing, family friendly, and the environment is cool. People's not getting shot at and whatnot and everything. You know, everyone's just having fun. You know what I mean? I love the environment, man. Country, man, all day long.
Why. God.
And you know the Trump love, I get it. Yeah. So anyway, so back to sorry. To the next thing we're gonna talk about Kanye.
Yeah. Let's go to Kanye.
Okay, so you know, again, Kanye, our favorite, totally crazy mother effer, you know, showed up with his white woman, and you know, thank goodness that he's doing that with the white woman and not a sister. But yeah, you know, she comes up there with that big old heavy coat and then takes off that thing, and she's pretty much bucky naked.
I didn't see all that.
Bucky naked. So you know, and I'm just saying, it's just like, you know, he's so proud of his white woman that he just does everything he can for you to get eyeballs see it. So,
that's
you know,
not what it is, man. Yo, look, Kanye is crazy, yes, but you got to understand his crazy. You know what I mean? His thing is that, you know, he doing the flip side of the game. You know what I mean? Once we were on the auction block, butt naked, being bought and whatnot. So from an artist perspective, he's, you know, on the biggest stage, you know, duplicating that image. You got to understand his craziness, man. There's some brilliance.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Straight up.
Don't make it right. And he's just crazy. I'm giving him zero credit. Walk, please tell me your take on Mr. Kanye. I'll get back to you, First Lady, but I need, when we talk about Kanye, I go to Walk first.
I really don't really care too much for Kanye and what he do. He said, but it's all for publicity and it's working. He really pissing off the others. That's basically what he's doing. He just made some recent comments talking about he's a Nazi. Like, I don't know if y'all heard that. Was this morning I heard that, but so he just really pissing people off and just getting attention. That's all they live for. So I don't really.
Hey, before we go to First Lady, I just want to say this. Next week, tune in. We're going to have a Focus Up retro. What did I call it? When we go back to the old school, we're gonna have First Lady's real take on Kanye West. I know y'all ain't seen it. I'm going to play it. You want to tune in next week. We're going to have the First Lady's opinion of Kanye West. I'm going to play it next week. Go ahead, First Lady.
Oh, thank you for not playing it today, because I was about to put my disclaimer out there and tell you I'm going to be nice. So when I saw this, my first impression was a pimp and his hoe. That's just how I looked at it, because no husband and wife will carry on like this in public in my eyes. So I look at a pimp with his hoe, and the hoe has low self-esteem for herself to even come out in public like that. So I look at two people with ADHD, like Walk said, attention seekers, and there's no other way to describe it. A pimp and his little hoe.
Damn. Woo. That's a horn.
Well, give me my horn.
That is a horn.
He gave you
That was a
a
horn.
vocal horn. I've heard Nazi. You sitting there shaking your head.
I echo her sentiments. I mean, that was my gut reaction. One second, that was my gut reaction when I saw it. I don't want to, attack like women's bodily autonomy. I know that the industry, largely fashion industry, is kind of based around sensationalizing things and things like that. I would have looked at it differently if she was alone by herself. Because notice this topic is centering around Kanye. Kanye West he was dressed regularly. It was her that was dressed that way. But there is this sense that it was kind of abusive. It just seems like, because, if he would have came just like her, I think it would be a whole another topic, a whole different discussion. But the fact that he was fully dressed and she
like
was,
a pimp.
yeah, she was fully naked to the point where the Grammys had to ask her to leave. You know, like there's a thing about being sexy and revealing.
Wait, you said the Grammys asked her to leave?
Yeah, they asked her to leave, and it was blurred out.
They said that was a rumor. They didn't actually do that.
Okay.
They just came and left. They didn't bother to go inside. He just came and to give more details. He says when he went on his Twitter rant the other night, he said that she wanted to do that, but she couldn't do it without his permission. He said she chose to do it. He went along with it, and then he went further into his rant, the Kanye rant about she married to a billionaire. Why she got to give an F about what y'all think? Why would she listen to y'all? Y'all broke. She married to a billionaire. That was part of his rant. That was funny to me. But
we know
his rant was extensive.
Yeah, it was a lot. But the bottom line, what he said was that she wanted to do it. I get what First Lady. I agree with First Lady as far as it was like some.
But that's what all pimps say. You know?
I agree with that too, brother Afro. I agree. And,
so, Pooh, you got something to say about this?
Kanye is crazy as hell. Listen, this man says his name is Adolf Hitler.
Adolf Hitler. He loves.
Hey, look, I can't speak on it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But you're about to speak on it.
No, I'm saying I can't give you no details. I'm just saying that you're seeing him perform, and he's doing this stuff on Twitter. But I'm just saying, I'm privy to some behind the scenes stuff. That this is really the energy that he's coming from. This ain't a show. You know what I'm saying? So that having been said, let's talk about the Lakers before we get into the. I know we get close to the halftime, but let's talk about the Lakers. Sorry, I did that, messed it up. But anyways, the big trade went down. Walk was talking about it earlier. You know, a lot of people was ready to get rid of Rob Pelinka and just throw away this whole year. And people been talking, LeBron's washed and all this blah blah blah. Boy, the difference a week makes. Now all of a sudden, there's the everything's all rosy and promising. It's not just the now, but the future. But I don't know. I refer to this as the whitening of the Lakers. But what's your take on it?
You said the whitening of the Lakers?
Yeah, no, that's not how I refer to it, bro. I refer to it as the future. You know what I mean? The future has been, a set in stone. You know what I mean? Because what a marvelous piece to be able to add, and when you look what they gave up. But, I don't know who the people who are talking that the Lakers are washing even before the trade. The Lakers are over 2 million, over 500. You know what I mean? LeBron has been balling. I mean, if you look real deep into the statistics, it's not his best year, but this is way above any of our expectations. You know what I mean? For this year, you know what I mean? And so, but now to make this trade, throw some pieces around it, and really have a chance to really build something moving forward, in the future as LeBron has less years in front of him than behind him. This was a wonderful situation, and I'm excited as a Laker fan. Lifelong Laker fan.
Let me ask this question. Before this trade, when have a team was excited when they brought on a white boy or Caucasian, not white boy, I take that back. When they brought on a Caucasian, when have there been this much excitement?
From the 49ers when they brought in McCaffrey?
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the basketball.
But it's the same difference. It's at a black position. I'm saying ain't too many white running backs. So that was.
But that's speaks to talent.
I think
it's great.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say, brother. That's what I'm trying to say.
Wait, hold on. Y'all don't wait. Excuse me, people. Hold on some bullshit. I don't care if the Lakers was all white. So what? Lakers. That's what it's about. This was a hell of a trade. Pelinka did some slick shit and traded for a top 3 player who's 25 years old.
Yeah.
That's amazing. How old? What's
No,
that?
he was
He just
23.
reiterated what you said. He just reiterated.
Right. So salute to the Lakers. We looking good. And then we got Mark Williams. That's why AD got up out of there. You can't be 9 foot tall talking about we need a center.
That's a great point, man.
Now,
Real got him up out of there. Salute to LeBron and the Lakers. It's going down.
Real quick, from what I'm hearing from the experts, they saying that the Mavericks got the better trade.
Whatever.
Do y'all agree with that?
You said experts. No one's saying that.
I heard
You say experts. None of the experts are saying that. I mean, no one.
Stephen A. The maybe pundits is probably a better word. The pundits.
I haven't heard that, but people have been saying that in terms of the two teams who has the better odds at winning the championship this year, they're saying Dallas, even though the odds are better right now for the Lakers. You know what I mean? So and I would agree with that. You know what I mean? But we'll see how the pieces shape up. But it's pretty much shaped now. You know, and Dallas has a great team. AD plays today at noon, making his debut on Dallas. He's trying to win back the fans because the fans are pissed in Dallas. I'm a live in Dallas. You know what I mean? I was born outside Dallas. You know what I mean? The fans is pissed. But they have protests going on today. The dude that made the trade, the brother, had to have armed security around him 24/7 now. You know what I mean?
You saw the interview?
All type of names, epithets, everything. You know what I mean? He getting all, bro. But saying cats is hot.
You saw the interview with Doug Christie was sitting there, and he couldn't really speak on it.
Nah.
Doug Christie.
Now, my bad. Who's the coach for the Mavericks?
That's
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd was sitting there, and he was like, he didn't like the trade, and people were saying he's gonna be gone next year. They were like,
man,
he's a good coach. He's a good coach. You know what I mean? We'll see.
But can he do what he want to do with AD as opposed to Luka?
No, but people don't know what's really going on. What's really going on is that the management did not want to pay Luka $350+ million. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to do it. And I don't care. It could have been anybody. They did not want to do that. They didn't want to put that much into a player like that. And so once they made that decision, then really the Lakers got lucky because it was the relationship the two GMs had, if you will, that even allowed this to happen. You know what I mean? Because
and the person they had.
Yeah, because he had. Right, because he had to keep it quiet. Because
when you say the person had, what you saying? I'm missing that.
The GM over there that made the call in Dallas, I can't think of his name right now, but that GM and then Pelinka had a relationship going back to Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean? And so it was real strong. And so because of that, they could come to the brother from Dallas came to Pelinka, was like, hey, look, I gotta keep this quiet, but I gotta move Luka. You know what I mean? So let's try to put something together. You know what I mean?
You're selling the part short. They had a lot of respect for AD. AD was the one big that they felt that what they think he'd get.
He was the future of the Lakers.
When you look at all the stars and all the stuff like that, like Giannis and all these other people, these were ungettable people. But AD was someone he felt like he could get. That was someone who his coach actually co-coached to a championship. So, there was some strategy behind it. So you're right. The planets lined up. And AD is not chopped liver. When they made the deal, Dallas was a more complete team. But then the Lakers swung that deal for, like Walk said, for Mark Williams and this other stuff. The Lakers are a complete team right now, and they rightfully have the greater odds to do that. So that having been said, anybody else want to say something? First Lady J, you want to say something about this Lakers before we go to commercials?
I did, but I don't now.
What's the best? You got something to say about this?
Well, I think Magic Johnson stamped it, so that's my.
The brother said whitening. That's messed up. He said whitening. That's funny.
I'm being funny because the reality is Luka is a otherworld talent. You know what I'm saying? This dude is everything. I mean, you're talking about. The Lakers really needed somebody to run the offense. You know what I'm saying? LeBron needs to be, coming off the ball and do. This still is going to extend LeBron's career. You know what I'm saying? So Luka is everything the Lakers needed. It was the right decision. 25 years old, sets up the Lakers going forward. So the fact that he's white, all that does is mean it's great for marketing. Because we're gonna bring all them white fans over here. So
Yeah, some of us don't even care, man. We just
right. Y'all just don't care, but some do.
Hey,
it's just a joke. Well,
we over 50 years from Martin Luther King, and we still over here. You know what I mean? On
this guy got a good joke out. That was a good joke to me. That was funny.
Thank you.
It was funny though. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's go to the commercials real quick.
Sorry, First Lady.
Score Bar and Lounge, black owned. It's a black owned bar in Sacramento, here in Sacramento on Fruit Ridge and I forgot the street. But on Fruit Ridge, 712 Franklin Boulevard. 7123 Franklin Boulevard. Stop by. If you want to check out the Super Bowl game, they got 49ers fans and Raiders fans, mostly crowd or populated, but it's friendly. They got security, so you'll be safe there. The prices are reasonable. They got food. You go have a good time. You got a friend in town, go to the Score Bar.
Y'all giving a lot of credit to the cats who ain't coming on the show. I thought we was gonna do that in 2025. If you ain't coming on the show, you ain't getting no shouted out.
La Brea Trucking, for all of your trucking needs, East Coast to West Coast, West Coast to East Coast, North to South, South to West. Y'all saw the number at the end. You need something delivered, call the brother. He expanded his fleet. He has more vehicles now. Call him. He got more vehicles, more drivers. Call the brother to tow or to haul what you need.
Hell no.
That is gobealive.org. Go get you some of that black honey. And if you want to get it in person, take yourself to the Petty Vice in Venice or the Afro City Marketplace at the Crenshaw Mall.
Real quick, First Lady is funny. First Lady's funny. I ain't gonna say what it say, but hey, I'm a Cancer. I was born in July. I don't get all into the signs, but hey, my cousin drew that for me. I just want to put that.
Yes, and hey, I agree with you, Floyd X. I got a crab on my wall, and I'm a crab. Yeah.
So my cousin drew that for me, and I appreciate it.
You get the pass. That's a pass, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Focus Up Network. That's us, the network, the Focus Up Network. If you're not subscribed to our Facebook page, our YouTube page, like and subscribe to the Focus Up Network. Let's get our numbers up on YouTube. That's the best way to watch us, the best place to watch us. We are moving. We trying to get better as we progress, and we moving. The numbers is slowly going up, but we want them to go up a little faster. If you're not subscribed to our page yet, subscribe now.
That's right, Walk. You're supposed to be live casting this on 5 different feeds during the show. But yeah, you know. But let's talk about what's going on with what we got on for Sex Talk with Walk.
This to El Poo, this to brother Floyd X, whoever want to do it today. This is gonna be a doozy. Dating over 40. Woo. It's crucial out there. It's crucial out there.
That's crazy.
That's enough. I literally said sex talk with Walker, the numbers just went up. So
That's
El Poo,
hey, that's all the research I've been doing. No, just let me stop that.
That's funny. One more comment. One more. Where's it at? Damn, I lost it. Never mind. Spin that back, El Poo. Go ahead. What y'all talking about today? I know y'all talked about it earlier, but just reiterate, please, brother.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the hip hop artists or hip hop influencers from 79 to 99 that passed away.
And what time is it?
10:30 today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Ooh, there we go. Let's move to our main topic.
Okay, let's talk about the you're gonna play the Malcolm X quote.
Yes. Are black women the most unprotected in America? And this stems from a statement our brother Malcolm X has made. I'm going to play the clip for you. This was what the clip says.
The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman.
Are black women the most unprotected in America?
First Lady J, you get first bite at this apple.
Ooh.
Let us know what's up. What how you feel about this system?
I feel like there's some truth in this. I feel like it starts with the Caucasian man depriving us of our rights by raping us back in the day. And the black man was not even able to protect us because they couldn't even protect themselves at that time. I feel like, unfortunately, we as black women, we don't even protect ourselves against each other, honestly. And, I see it on a daily basis. I do feel like we're one of the most hated and disrespected by all races, but at the same time, they want to be like us too. I feel like the black man definitely disrespect us in their music by calling us bees, and they're promoting that for the youngsters, and these young girls are jumping on it. It's like I look at the black man, I'm saying the black man, if you guys don't protect us, who else going to protect us? If you guys disrespect us, who else is going to disrespect us? Because I'm all for my black man. I'm going to protect you regardless of who you are and what you do. I'm not going to turn on you at all. But I see black men, they will see sisters and other races too, but I'm saying my black men because that's who's on the panel right now. I see you guys out there, y'all will see sisters sitting up there scrapping, and y'all will pull out y'all cell phones. Y'all don't try and protect us from each other at all. I mean, when you see these the black man, like look at Kanye is with someone else, so I can't use him as an example. But the pimps, the men are pimping the sisters as well. Other races are pimping the sisters. Black women are one of the ones that the last 2 decades we have increased our education rate. We're one of the most educated as far as the women or our culture, but yet we still out here competing against jobs with employers and stuff. Nobody protecting us. We may be a better candidate from any other race, but because of the color of our skin, we're put down here. We could be doing the same job as the next female, but they're getting paid based on the color of their skin. Like, you know what? It's kind of like Lauryn Hill album, Miseducated. It's like, y'all don't understand us. And as a black woman, it's so much that I can say, but there is some truth that we are unprotected and disrespected, and especially by our own kind, and that's painful.
Wow. I want to say just how you said with your comments, Lady J, have black men don't protect us, black everything you said. I know you're not referring to me personally. I know you're not referring to any of these guys on here who are upstanding people who take care of their women and children. So just like that, when a guy say the B word to a chick, he ain't talking to all bitches. You feel what I'm saying? So I understand that. But what Malcolm X said, I think what he was talking about what was going on in the 60s and stuff like that, where because today it is a different vibe. People's minds are just a little bit different than back then. I got a horn. I'm gonna end it right
I
there.
gave him that horn because he made my point. That was my point. But go ahead.
I'm gonna end there. I'm gonna walk out
He
on that.
he said he's not talking to all bitches. He's just talking to some bitches. Is that what that was?
No, not that part. Not that part.
I put it in a music period. Yes, it may have been back in the day that Malcolm X said that, but the reality it still exists today. So you cannot say it doesn't. I mean, look, the black man, they'll talk about a black woman for having blonde hair, but yet they'll go and get them a white woman with blonde hair.
Because if you're gonna get, because you want the authentic. You want the authentic.
Why you don't want the authentic sister? And I'm not talking about you, but since you're saying what they want, why don't they want the authentic sister? And somebody made a comment about the black woman attitude too. Why do we have this attitude? Where does that attitude stem from? I was reading the messages and listening to you. I can multitask as a black woman.
Now, real quick. The talking about the blonde hair, Beyonce, please get rid of the blonde. Put some back your own sister, please.
That's a bad example for her daughter.
I'm just saying, please.
They make the black woman want to compete to try to be someone else because they trying to get accepted. Because they, that's another topic that we have coming up, and I'm gonna save it for that part. But it's like black women do have to compete to get accepted, and this sad.
No, they don't. No,
now,
they don't.
First lady. I'm going to play.
Not black women. First of all, how about that? So
don't play that video, Floyd. Don't play that video, Floyd. Don't play that video. That's an example of one ignorant person. That's saying
no. Listen. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I'm going to play it. She represents the young ladies out here. They flock to her. They're a fan. Her, Meg Thee Stallion, all of them. They represent this. This is not one person. This is a collective. This is I'm gonna say because I believe the Pookies and the Ray Ray gonna protect their baby, but at the same time, these babies they talk reckless. They on this internet, and for her to feel comfortable to get on the internet and say this, because she got a whole following. For her to get on the internet and say this is disrespectful to men. But we're not gonna talk about train wreck.
Everybody likes a train.
Roll the clip, brother. Let's see what we got to say.
I ain't got no nigga because I'm such a real nigga myself. And you niggas be like bitch ass niggas, like real deal bitches, like bitch. That's what you is, a bitch. And I would call a nigga a bitch so fast, like that's why like I ain't got no nigga because I curse niggas out like bitch. Little ass bitch ass nigga, like little ass bitch. Ho. Fuck y'all on some real shit like bitch niggas make me got a character. Fuck y'all.
God.
Why would you want to protect somebody like that with an attitude like that?
You don't want to protect.
Hold up, man. Hold up. Pause. Let me just put this in context. When Malcolm made that statement, he was making it in the context of the brother, Ron X, I believe he was killed by the LAPD. He was talking about what we need to do to empower the Black community. And he mentioned that it was important to empower our women because that comes from the teaching of Elijah Muhammad. The nation can rise no higher than the standard of his women. And it's actually a factual statement. I think we should really just stick to the facts. The presupposition is that Black women have less power. They're twice as oppressed as Black men. We're like the Black community is oppressed as a group, but the Black women as a subgroup are oppressed even more because of sexism. Now, how do we metric power? We metric in money. Black women make less money than all other women, and Black women make less money than Black men. So there's a reason why that exists. The median wealth is 1 to 5 with, favoring Black men. So that's the issue. Those who have the less power are the most disrespected, are the least protected. How you protect people is you empower people. You don't empower people by calling them bitches because they don't stand up to your level.
They call themselves bitches.
Let them do that. That's them. We call ourselves niggas.
Exactly.
They call themselves that.
That's cool.
Said, but again, they call Why do you have to do it?
Bitch, let me just say
I'm
origin of the, do you know
they
the origin?
Our black women say they're the most educated.
They are. That shows you the power of sexism. They're more educated than black men. Yet make less money.
They're not in the country that's oppressing them. They could get a job faster than a black man.
Why do they make less money than black
men?
Black
women can get a job faster than a black man.
Hey, did you ask me a question?
I'm asking a fundamental question. They make less. This is undoubtedly, this is facts. They make less money than black men. Even
why do they make less money? Why do they make less money?
They're not less incompetent. Obviously, if they're more educated,
they're not going to go for the harder jobs. The engineering and the hands-on technical
jobs. Historically, male-dominated jobs, right? Those jobs.
Male-dominated. An engineering job is male-dominated. That's male-dominated.
The woman. What about the other races? So we're having jobs.
Who is enrolled in STEM more, men or women?
Men.
Why? They're not. Women aren't pushed away from it. They're not saying women. They are not. Nobody is saying women who can't get into engineering.
Name one black woman scientist whose books you've read.
None.
Okay, they all talk about sexism, or I'm just saying, or interviews. They all talk about that being the issue in their career. All of them. So all black women just lying. They don't know what the fuck
these nerdy engineers would love to have some sisters around. Let me tell you that, so they will be welcome, into the field. But just let me address the topic real quick.
They were excluded. Y'all don't know anything about the history of science at all. I mean, or any endeavor. Just look at something as simple as hip hop. Look at the moguls of hip hop. Who controls the industry in hip hop? The moguls you can think of: Russell, Suge, Puffy.
Hey, why? Why?
Well, I mean, it's clear. They're dudes.
A woman not gonna go out and sell CDs out of her trunk. A woman don't do that.
You say,
women have done that. Women have done that.
So she should be the mogul then.
So
if
you feel
like you're not gonna necessarily have the opportunity.
Mr. H, you feel like black women are the most protected in America?
I wouldn't say most protected. They are sufficiently protected by black men in particular.
The rate of rape for women is comparable to the rate of rape of men in prison. If that were the case for men, there would be something done about it. You know that women are less safe. You know they're more vulnerable. That's why we go. That's why we walk them to the car. That's why we say
there's an argument there.
Now look, as protection.
Let's
do the expert. Let me hear you, student.
I'm sorry, go around round table.
I'm gonna totally 1,000% agree that yes, the black woman is the most unprotected, the most vulnerable inside population. There's no doubt about that. But why? That's the main thing. Is it self-inflicted? Or is it this outside influence that we're calling racism? And I mean, I gotta be honest, bro. Like a lot of times when I hear my brother Afro's arguments, I'm not saying they're not valid, but I cringe a lot because it just screams to victimhood. Victimhood, as if there is nothing that we can't do and a person can't do to change the outcomes and the reality inside of their life. There's so many different options, that one has, now granted, some have less than others, but there's still options, in a position one could take to have different, more desirable outcomes. And that's not what I'm saying. And so for sisters, real quick, with sisters, one of the biggest telling stories that's a problem is look at how many single parent household and the lack of marriage in our community alone that has our men, and the sisters.
You think women were more protected when marriage, the rate of marriage was higher? Like when they were more family, like back in the Curl of Purple days, they were more protected back then, huh? because of
No, because at that time we definitely were exposed to more what we call racism, blatant racism. You know that absolutely.
I'm not even racism. I'm just talking about things that are perpetrated, as Lady X pointed out, by black men and men in general in society. Like it's not your whole notion that this is something. There's options out here. We're looking at something that's not only a trend in the black community. It's a trend in the white community. It's a trend in the country. It's a trend across the globe in every single country. And then you're trying to tell me that it's not something systematic. It's something that you can overcome as an individual. You have to overcome systematic problems with systematic solutions.
I don't think necessarily. I think on some things for sure the individual. That's the most powerful.
It's global, dude. The trend is global. We see it in every country.
Let's tie this up. I want to say one thing. That some student X, I get where you're coming from. You're saying you don't want them to be a victim, but I'm just saying acknowledging the problem isn't necessarily about making yourself a victim. The problem is still a problem. So you pull yourself.
But not coming up with a solution, or having a solution that somebody else has to do something in order for you to accomplish, the goal. Then that's where the problem lies, right there.
If you have one person working something and you have if you have one person working versus something and you have two people working for it, you're gonna have more working for the thing. Yeah. So I'm just saying that you keep making this about the individual, but I'm just telling you, we got resources. We're paying taxes for a reason. A lot of this stuff should be done in a better way to do what you do. Go ahead, Walk. Wave that flag.
Hey, no, we got a lot of comments going on.
Yeah. Let's start with this one, Walk. Let's start with this one. Men are the most unprotected. What y'all talking about? One female can whisper something in a man's ear and start a war with two powerful men and take down a nation. That's a true statement.
All that is naysaying.
Wait, these women
don't listen to nothing but emotions.
That's naysaying folklore.
Wait a minute. Hey,
hold on a second. I'm whooping the ass over my bitch. That's true.
I want to say something too.
A lot of them don't and won't listen to black men when black men try to correct them. So there goes your protection. Black women put themselves in
only black women. You see how this reduces women to children? They need correction, but black men don't need correction. Black women need correction, man. Look here.
Both sides of the aisle need correction.
Hold on. We just say something because we can't just sit in here and Walk and folks just using the B word. And it's not because
that's what I'm talking about.
It's not because it's so immoral. It is immoral.
It's freedom of speech, brother.
It has
Listen, let's make it come.
Speech comes with consequences, and speech was invented and used for a reason. The word bitch came into prominence usage in the 1920s as a response to the women's suffrage movement. It was used to dominate women, to characterize women who were leaning towards suffrage or who supported women's right to vote. It was to characterize them as aggressive, as non-feminine, and things like that. That's why the word came into use. And today,
that's more appropriate now than ever.
When men frequently use that word, it's used to dominate women, to keep women in their place. So we should perpetuate that. If we're about Malcolm, we're about empowering women. Why would you can correct women if you
dominate a woman by calling them the B word?
Now, if I'm trying to get you to be a guy, for instance, I'm gonna call you a nigga. That don't make sense.
That's the fundamental question they ignore. If you can sit there and talk about it, well, just being just a word. If a white person calls you a nigga, it's game over. It's game over, and you know it. So that's what I'm saying.
Even if they get mad at you.
But the B word been around since the 1400s. Just FYI, it's been around a long time.
No, I said it came into usage.
He said use with respect to this particular So again,
it didn't come into usage until the 20s, and its popularity has increased ever since.
You saying here? You saying in America is what you're saying?
In that context, he was talking about in that context, and we're definitely talking about here. We're definitely talking about here.
You can look in the American lexicon. You don't find it before the 1920s. It was rarely used. It came into usage to keep women in their place who were leaning towards empowerment for themselves. That's why
it didn't work.
That's what I'm saying. That's not true. Around the 1400s, the word was already infiltrating like art and English plays.
The etymology, Yeah, the etymology, the usage, it goes to German, and it had a specific usage then as far as promiscuous.
But it was derogatory to a female.
It was derogatory to a female back then, but it came into usage in the United States in the 1920s.
But basically, what you're saying is it don't apply to all women. That's exactly what you're saying.
I'm saying
because some women were prostitutes. Some women was working.
Yeah, they sex workers. They sex workers. I'm just saying.
Some was.
All the sex workers. There's nothing wrong with sex work. I'm saying there's nothing wrong with sex work. I'm saying if any woman does anything you don't like, it's not an excuse to call her a B. And people walk around with these subjective standards of the justified. They're not even consistent with each other.
Men have not adopted that standard that you're talking about, bro, across the whole world. You know what I mean? If a woman does not respect herself and whatnot, or is in a position like you just mentioned in terms of being a sex worker, she's never really been protected, except for those that profit off of her beat.
Not true.
You know what I mean?
Netherlands and different places where sex work, you can work as a sex worker, you get benefits, you pay taxes, you do get protection.
New school liberalism, leftist, thinking. Yeah,
in Vegas, it's legal.
That's their job, right?
Sex work is a form of labor, man.
That's their job. They chose that job. They choose it. No man. We know that all of it. Hold on, brother. All of it isn't sex trafficking to where some man lure them into that lifestyle. Yeah. Some of them actively go out there and choose it. They on this OnlyFans choosing to show they behinds to make some money. Nobody. All of them. Huh? I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying we talking about them being protected or unprotected, and they are choosing to do things that put them in danger. That's their choice.
Why do you feel that you need to disrespect women who do sex work?
Who feel like they need to do? No, I don't feel like that.
Disrespect pimps. Pimps talk about being promiscuous, doing sex work.
No, stick to the point. Stick to the point, brother. I don't disrespect sex workers. I never have.
It's just men can't do it. If men can sell their shit too, they'll do it.
What's considered disrespect as sex work? Because if I'm talking about
what you got to do to survive. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, so
there's
nothing that a woman does that justify a man calling her a B. That's all I'm saying.
Let me ask you something. Okay, Floyd X.
Yes.
Do you think it's okay for a white person to call a black person a nigga?
If that's how they feel, yes.
You think it's okay?
Yes. If you call a white, then you got to deal with the consequences.
But no, that's not an issue. But you said you think it's okay. But you think it's okay. So, I mean, you can do a whole bunch of listen. I'm responding to Floyd X. I'm responding to Student X. You can do a whole bunch of things, but that don't make it right. I'm talking about right or wrong.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right, and I'm also not saying that it won't have consequences.
Right and wrong is subjective.
If that was what a person feel they need to do, I can tell you right now what made me. You know what I mean? And the cold blooded type of brother that I am is I've been called a nigga so much. You know what I mean? But it wasn't that the fact I was called a nigga, but it was like, how did I respond in the moment, especially given the circumstances where I'm the only brother around? You know what I mean? So were it not for the opposition, I wouldn't be me. You know what I mean? So that's how I stand with it, bro. You know what I mean?
Sorry you had to go through that and suffer through so much internalized racism. But
I'm not. You know,
internalized racism.
No. Yeah,
that's what it is. Racism is
it's just reality. It's reality. Opposition. You know what I mean? You know, hurdles, obstacles, and being able to overcome them. You know what I mean? And thrive.
And let's wrap this up. I would like to let's wrap this up because I feel like
we need a part two.
Well, but still, I think that the problem is, really not having a dog in the race. You should really, First Lady J, explain why that's a terrible word to use, if you can.
Just
as far as
growing up, I was always told that the word "B" representation of a female dog. I'm not furry. I don't walk on all four. I don't bark. I do bite, but I'm not a B. I don't even allow my friends to call me a B. No female can call me a B and call themselves my friend, joking or not. I'm not going to be disrespected. I'm not going to normalize being called a B. I've never been in a relationship when I've been called a B. I took offense, and I'm not even Walt's woman when he said he'll protect his woman, and he's not gonna let nobody this, and that to his B. And you're saying that loud, that's a form of disrespect. And even with somebody calling you a nigga, if somebody call me a nigga, I'm gonna let them know I don't like it. That's not normal. Don't normalize it. I'm gonna stand up for what I don't believe in. And I just feel like it's very derogatory. And why allow someone to call you something that's derogatory? You don't like it? That was fighting words. I was raised, do not accept that word. That's a word that I don't accept, and I'm not going to accept it, and nobody can make me.
So that having been said, I guess the fact that these people won't stand up for that word being used against you is a form of not protecting you. But that having been said, hey, like, subscribe, share. We didn't get to some of those videos and stuff like that. That was gonna be some juicy stuff. We'll come back to that. But
we're gonna have a part 2. Are black women unprotected? We need a part 2 to further dive into this conversation and speak on it, because points were missed and a lot of talking was going on. I respectfully, everybody's made their points, but there's more points to be made. And it's not about, in my opinion, I have to roll out, brother. Okay. I'm not about being disrespectful. First Lady love. Somebody showed you love, First Lady. Mark Cram Corn. And femininity, the black community is dead. All right. We are out of here. Peace.